Hundreds of people with criminal records are working in Massachusetts home daycares.
That's according to data 25 investigates obtained through a public records request. Now, investigative reporter Ted Daniel is breaking this story for us tonight.
A Boston woman who pleaded guilty to running cocaine out of her home daycare. A Central Mass woman with a supported DCF finding of child neglect. And a Lawrence man charged with indecent exposure.
The state never said, hey, you can't be in the daycare.
A source with direct knowledge of operations at the Department of Early Education and Care, or EEC, tells 25 investigates all 3 passed background checks despite those red flags.
Through a public records request, we discovered EEC has approved 500 home daycare providers with criminal records since 2020. And that's just in the eastern part of the state. EEC tells us most have minor offenses from this list, like shoplifting and driving on a suspended license. When we requested the more serious charges EEC has approved, the agency told us it would take 40 hours of work at a cost of $900.
The cost should not be such that it has a chilling effect or an obstructive effect on transparency.
Senator Bruce Tarr is the minority leader at the Massachusetts State House. He says a low-level or decades-old criminal offense shouldn't be an immediate disqualifier, but he says there needs to be thorough vetting.
One thing that's important here is that we do need child care providers. We need to make sure that if someone has made a transgression, it's not a transgression, A, that continues to influence them in the future, and B, that it doesn't provide an unjustifiable risk.
We requested an on-camera interview with EEC Commissioner Amy Kershaw. We got a statement instead. It says EEC immediately disqualifies applicants with charges like rape, kidnapping, and murder. But according to the agency, federal law allows discretion for dozens of misdemeanors and more than 50 felonies, including animal cruelty, assault, and illegal gun possession.
We have had significant complaints regarding early education and care.
The state's chief accountability officer, Diana DeZoglio, says a 2020 audit of EEC found serious lapses with the agency's background checks, and changes were recommended. Under her leadership, a new audit is underway, and she says it will contain new findings about EEC and how it screens caregivers.
It is unacceptable when an agency like Early Education and Care drops the ball on ensuring that they are doing everything to protect children and our communities.
An EEC spokesperson tells me the safety of children is top priority, and the agency has been working for several years to modernize and improve the agency's background record check process and continues to address areas for improvement. The results of the EEC audit are expected to be released in the coming weeks. For 25 Investigates, I'm Ted Daniel.